right up in your faces. I'm sorry. Things are weird because I can't see everything so far. Because I only have one monitor to work with right now. Because yeah, because unfortunately, my graphic card can only take one HDMI cable when both of my monitors are HDMI's. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could figure something else out because one's a TV, but I just took the safe option and bought an adapter cord, and I'm gonna get it tomorrow. So, I am, I am deeply apologetic. I am deeply sorry for the abrupt ending, kind of, on Saturday. It wasn't like abrupt, but I was like, I kind of had to end it early because of the whole graphics card situation. But don't worry, it's like I said, everything's good, and hopefully we can get on with it. It's nice though, because I had two parts. I had something that would test crashing because when you're looking into like Dual Destiny and Spirit of Justice, you can change costumes for you can change outfits for everybody, and so that would keep crashing on me before I got my new graphics card. So that was kind of my litmus test. It's like, could I get to that menu? And the answer was yes, I could get to that menu. Also, I went to willowrun.com and said yes, you can. Yes, you can absolutely run your game. I'm like, yes, I can play the silly lawyer game. Yay. I love how I refer to it as a silly lawyer game. So it's like, we're all good now, hopefully. So the litmus test did work. So anyways, I kind of like big promises of what's next. Might be taking some time away. Part of me wants to be like, oh, I should take some time back because I'll be focusing. I want to be able to focus on the Lantern Rite event in Genshin. Oh, my ears are like so much more perkier. I think with this graphic card, it made my webcam even better. So yeah, my ears move and my face is that much more expression. It's great. I love it. This graphics card was well worth it. Even if I just bought it so I could play a silly lawyer game. Actually, to be fair, it was 3 silly lawyer games. And then maybe a 4th and 5th. Yeah, 5 silly lawyer games. Even though I don't think it really matters for when we would get to, Investigation 2 and then Professor Layton being crazy. Wait, would that even be considered a silly lawyer game? Because technically it is an Ace Attorney game, but it's also a Professor Layton game. That's what it means to have a crossover. So I guess you could say yes, it is a silly lawyer game, but it's also Professor Layton's game. Anyways, we should just try to investigate some footprints. So yeah, let's do it. Let's use the autosave. This is a footprint analyst kit. Footprints. So it's raining and tonight is murder, which means footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The crime was funny, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Everyone wanted to know exactly where someone was standing, like your panty snitching student witness, for instance. Aha! So that was that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Fuck yeah. Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of in opposing teams and all. Oh, you're friends. And to tell you the truth, I'm not good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Oh, should I give it a go? Yes. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, he has to pick the footprints in this kit, or in this case, the shoe prints we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all those shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe print, prepared to be examined. Ooh, this is exciting. Right, here it goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press space when you want to pour the plaster. Like this. I'm not pressing shit. Doesn't look too hard. You've run out of plaster and Rika before you're done. You have to start over. Not bad. You're handier than you look. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to Same wavelength of I love it. I love how I'm just like on the same wavelength as the goddamn protagonist of the game. On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right! Just press space to blast it with that dryer. I'm not pressing shit. There, give it a shot. Yes, looks like it's hard and nice. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink the roll just on the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight with space and roll up and down. Keep going until you get enough ink on there for a good print. Okay, I guess that's good. Right, now the moment we all been waiting for. Let's take out our prints. Ready? Here goes. Boom. Let's see if we get a match. Wow! It is a match. To be fair, we knew we were looking for the defendant's shoes, so... Match found! So the shoe print belongs to Waki Wataki after all. He was in the park and is crying. Wow! I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah! Nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. I mean, that's her whole stick is being obsessed with forensic science. Kind of Emma's guy in a nutshell, Apollo. Get used to it. Takes over the role of Gumshoe in this game anyway, so... Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case. With science. Well, that's it, Brian. Well, let's produce some evidence. Where did you leave off? Well, actually, I think... it was here. Sorry, I don't think I can help you with that. I think you need more than just scientific help. But ask me anything you'd like. Just ask scientific. Okay, can't help me with pain. They said American Clinic. Hey! What? The slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can take a print of that? Sure. The toes have prints. Just like fingers do, you know. No problem. The police station doesn't keep records of toe prints, so we won't know who this is. Guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. I want to do more for a printer than this. Check the sky. Mind if we give it another go? Right on. We'll leave no print unanalyzed, I say. was Stickler. Okay, looking good. Next, Dred's Plaster. So involved. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yeah. That's a good one. Next, the ink. Right, now the moment we all been waiting for. Let's take our prints. Ready? Here goes. Long. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Yeah, let's see if we get a match. Okay, it really was is him. So. So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least. Now we know that now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Texas guy, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonders of his forensic science. I've always appreciated Emma. I just didn't have you in the last. I can't say 3 because technically she was in Investigations, but she was there for like 1 scene. And we didn't even get to do any we barely got to do any analyzing with her. Now, pick which print you want to analyze. Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. I like how this kid's like, alright, get the hair dryer. I bet she I want to believe that she over like paid for this, and it's just like something for like a 5th grade science project. It'd be really fun. Yes, that's good. Next, the ink. Alright, now the moment y'all been waiting for. Let's take our prints. Ready? Here goes. Blonk. Oh, whoa. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It's strange. So smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking at this print, it doesn't match any prints on our list. A mystery print. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though. That's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to Evelyn Noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind. Something that might have left this mystery footprint. Mystery footprint does remind me of something. Show evidence. I'm pretty sure I have seen something that would leave a print like this. Now I'm thinking I have a culprit right here.
Take that!
Well, I think it's these slippers actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for, see, right here. Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something was written on the Mere Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved. Why is he just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access to the Mere Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. It's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you. Yes. Really? Well, you did work for me and my shoe print. For me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Prosecutor Gavin's thing. Right, Mere Clinic. Here comes justice. Hello, come on. You're only allowed to have one catchphrase, and yours is I'm fine. Thanks, Emma. June 16th. Edelon's house. Ah, you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. We have evidence. I won't be so sure if I were you. Look, what do we have? What's this? Detective Sky. Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's for Detective Sky. Look, we're making friends. I don't know if we can consider one of them a friend now. But we're making a friend. Who are you two, really? I'm Polo's Justice. This is Trucy Wright. I work for her dad, who used to be an attorney. Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. How much fun can something investigating a murder really be fun? Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Polo. Clinic reception. Huh. Kind of like an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has connection to the murder to the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team has gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. I like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. Spoken like a gambler's daughter. Spoken like a gambler's daughter. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Especially a lawyer. Nope. Ah! Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. Break it! Break it! They left through the window. Wait, Apollo! You're too late to catch them now. That must be her experience as the painting snatcher chasing as the painting snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Now let's get out of here before we call the police. Whoa! What are those? The wall is covered with beakers. Something's moving inside of that one! Good luck, Apollo! Hey! Look yourself! You can't! Oh. It's a goldfish. Broken? Don't you mean burnt out? No. Our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on the part of the cord. You think that's blood? Oh god, not another murder! It's a little bright for blood. Almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. A bit pinkish. Does it mean that the character who broke into this place is a Danganronpa character? I had books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess! This is worse than Daddy's room! The burglar must have left it in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lining on the side. Huh? The juice that spills out of the cup. It's dry. That's the messy one that wasn't the burglar just now. Someone knocked over this cup a while ago and left it. What a cute little safe! Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone already entered 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside the safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, you know the first 2 numbers are 7 and 9. There must be something in the court record. Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I wonder. Okay, yeah, that's not Danganronpa. Yeah, that's not Danganronpa. Well, a blood color. So never mind. No clues here. The bulb was broken. It won't turn on. Oh, how's it broken? Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Yeah. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me my finger. Ah! You're bleeding! Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha! Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about with my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. This cord must run to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left here by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name on the slip. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic robe. I don't think we have. That would be a bit too lucky, don't you think? Well, I suppose. If only there was something that could figure which buttons had been pressed. Something that could been pressed, huh? Maybe there's a way. There's a way after all. Oh, duh! I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo! What is it? Well, we have to know. All we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. You can use this to find out what the next two numbers are. When you press the buttons, you have touched them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Look, you can see the oily finger residue clearly. Look, 7, 9. These are gloves marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Okay. I didn't know the order between 5 and 2, so. It opened. This looks like some medical chart. There's an x-ray here, wasn't it? An x-ray? Can't make out heads or tails of it. I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient. It says Baki Kataki. So this is Baki's. Our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be in here in the safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says Tom Mercaton. What is it, Apollo? Look here what it says. Here's the file of the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alia Italia. Alia Italia is Waki. It's fiance. That's one Atia too many, Apollo. Never mind that! What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it's meaning she's on the staff at this clinic. That she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure that she has her reasons. So, Atia works at Minnick's clinic. And she has access to Waki Ataki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? This looks like a bullet hole. You can see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe. I've heard people putting their house keys under plants, but the keys to a safe? And maybe the burglar was looking for a house key. This is getting nowhere fast. The window is ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. clinic's reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bills. Remember, we are the ones here holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. I would definitely pay. Look at all these bulls. They're from Eidolon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured out something. I think we have. Mr. Eidolon must do takeout. No. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trixie. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that comes to see Dr. Mirkut. You think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this is a patient or a visitor, it still isn't here. Why would they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these, just in case. This must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic. The same pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here too, and ours have paint on the bottom, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The paint from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? What were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Okay, so that's all we have to look for. Kentucky Mansion? Can we still talk to Plum? No. Let's see if Emma has anything about it. I know that face. That's the face of someone who made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next they'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Yes. Did you find something? Well, scientifically speaking, these are a pair of women's sandals. Pretty cute, too. We found them at the lobby at the Mirkut Clinic. Say, this sandal has a toe mark. A toe mark? You mean a toe print? That I do. You can analyze it just like a fingerprint. This is might be a real windfall. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep records of toe prints, so we won't know whose it is. I guess that would have been too much hope. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. I know exactly whose sandals those are, probably. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah, Trissy, wait! What? This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right! We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. Okay, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, do it so quietly. Say, could you take a look at this lamp? The bulb's broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess, and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? Ouch. I still think it's kind of odd. Back to the agency? I feel like most of this is just going to be Trucy making our evidence, Trucy trying to make the evidence disappear. So we're just going to move. June 16th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Well, the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to? Excuse me. Both detentees are currently in questioning to corroborate their accounts. Mr. Sickler and Mr. Walkie. Both of them? I pity the questioner. I guess we'll be back later then. Okay, I guess. June 16th, Kirkcliff Clinic. Ah, the prodigy attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did the detectives guy say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me, what happened 7 years ago? Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time. Getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of the client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you didn't hear about it. It's all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. I already did that math. 17 years old. That's still a high school! Can't we just say Francesca's been a prosecutor since she was 13? You took the bar exam before you're up. They're progressive over there, you know? I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. And my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying in the news about the forged evidence? They said you used forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jump to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. That doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright, looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusation of forgery for now. But while we're here, can we present all the evidence in your face? Where did we leave off? It's crushing me so externally ignored for a change. That's about a shift there. Refreshing to be so early ignored. I kind of love it. I just love how Phoenix is just like, eh. It's refreshing to be so first. Okay, so that's pretty much all we can do with it. I mean, what if I just... Nah, it's just ignoring us. That's fine. We're being... so that was led you to the guilty party. Yes, thanks to you for ripping off the mirror of the car. I was able to do stuff. You make a good point, Apollo. In fact, I could say that I am thankful for finding the criminal. Think what you want, Mr. Wright. Knock yourself out. And we found these two. They were true. Thanks, Apollo. Though, I have to admit, as a father, I wonder, why are you still carrying my daughter's panties around in your pocket? That will teach me to show off my evidence to Mr. Wright. either we get ignored or we get lectured by a father. there's two modes as Phoenix. Phoenix has two modes. Dad and... Huh? Okay. Oh, you want to see a magic trick? Yep. Nope. I did not mean to show my attorney's badge, to be honest. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm... By any chance, are we able to get anything in? Nope. Figure not. Okay, so what am I missing here? Oh. Oh. Maybe we just... It's saying something about showing the slippers to Emma again. It's the Mere Clinic. Hey! What? The slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we could get a print off that? Sure. Toes have prints just like fingers, you know. This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep records of the toe prints, so we won't know who's in it. I guess I would have been... Still, it might be useful. Let's somehow analyze it. Fingerprints analyst is the very basis of modern science. I guess you could put it that way. NUT know how to dust prints on your own now. Make sure to examine anything you find that might have prints on it. This label says fingerprint powder in some strange language. How do we know for sure? What if this is really just a jar for something else, like jam or honey? Why would anyone go through the trouble? Well, so the police don't find out. That's why. I have to think possessing fingerprint powder is a crime. Oh, huh. I guess that's boring. wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. Not gonna lie, this is like one of my favorite parts of like when we were doing Resin Ashes, this was like my favorite part, like always. Covering the whole screen up with the powder. There we go. That's a toe print. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? Wow, I feel like the case has solved already. What's next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her. Get some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not sure she's really qualified as an expert. Wow, Apollo. Now, may I ask, why is a toe print only on one of the shoes? Hey, Apollo, you think this is... this could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it out. There we go. Nailed it. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe maybe. But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print, but is there such thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. There is. The guy didn't give it to us, which means we can't match this print. It seems like a good time to ask the detective this advice. Yeah, good idea. Ah, the slipper. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way to finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print, or off another shoe print. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person both wore. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. I think I might actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? This pair of sandals, toe print and all. Ooh, the prints on these are nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we are the ones who found the print. A perfect match. The same person who wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out whose sandal this belongs to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Visitors room. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's. Oh, you again! Oh, Pucky, how dare you say that to your defense team? Do you always have to announce your entrance like that? Man, my old man, man. Now I'm all in a funk, and it's all his fault. One can only assume that his father has tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Someday I wonder why I do what I do. Same, Apollo. Literally same. Man, Not so far off the hook. It's off the chain. Gee. He seems preoccupied with something else. Wonder how my alias doing, man. I miss her. Maybe we should, you know, stick to what evidence. Mean. It's a straight up tone. Huh? What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look! I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? Gets it, Apollo. Ah, take a closer look. Here, in the peculiar... Where it says nurse. It's signed to... Talia. Huh? You lawyers, do your homework. So, you met Miss Talia when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Walkie? You don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, I sure do! I was the one who bought them for her. Or Miss Talia? Yeah, a birthday present. She got a little mad. She got a little mad little feet. Man, so cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. Yeah, I did. All because I kept crashing into silly lawyer games. And no, I will not play Pal World with you guys. I figured you might came to ask. So the answer is no, I will not play Pal World with you guys. I don't remember what it was called. I'll have to look at later. We got murder to solve. What's up with the Funky Five? Hey man, you won't see me bugging out about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you were found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. Feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? Well... You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Just remember, he is talking to his lawyer right now. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing. That's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body! I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, never stepped down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. I figured. I figured you guys would probably go ham for like a month or so, and then like all get bored out of it though. And I was just like, I'll just let it pass, and I'll join them for the next hyperfixation. With my new graphics card. It's an 8GB one, so I can... Honestly, to be fair, it's the graphic card that isn't the problem anymore for Pal World. I checked out with willitrun.com, and it's actually, I don't have enough RAM anymore. Don't have enough RAM! Oh, well. Anyways, let's get back to murder. That's the Alia, and I get to start the next generation of the attack. Yeah, I understand with Alexa, though. I mean, to be fair, I'm still going ham with Genshin. But then again, that's kind of my sick. Visual novels and open world MMORPGs. Please don't talk as though it assumes you're going to jail for my sake. About half a year ago, I was shot doing a little turf war with another thing. I was ready to die, sure, but they came out and got me, hauled me off to the dock. Yeah. I'm just refusing to play, honestly. But they came in and got me off the clinic. That's where I met her. Fallen angel. You mean I'll tell ya? Talia? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. Wait. Right. The amount of time. I don't remember what I said. I think I said something about I'm refusing to play Palworld, but that's just my principles on the matter. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangsta style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. Oh, anything for you, Maki. She said it was real quiet, like down low. You know what I'm saying? That was the proposal? You know it. And it was the love right here, right there in the hospital room. Yeah, that's usually how ads are, but unfortunately that's how I also raise money for charity. Yep. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. Bye. See you later. Bye. About that op. Didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living a healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that Dr. had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled out after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large, aren't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we gotta get checkup. Guess he's getting older. I mean, he is getting kind of old. I know we already showed this evidence. Maybe something else new opened up to us somewhere else. Because I already presented all the evidence to him. I already presented all the evidence to you too. You just want to make everything disappear, Trucy. Maybe we were just at the document. Maybe Plum's got something for us. Nope. Maybe something at Evelyn's house. Oh, well? Miss Evelyn, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy Dell? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like an expert advice. I suppose he's a doctor still. Mr. Evelyn, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor's days were gone for good. Mr. Evelyn? Oh right, it would be probably smart to, show him the expert advice that we are going for. Mr. Evelyn, could you take a look at this? Medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from the clinic. Why the sullen silence, Mr. Evelyn? What's going on here? That's what we want to know! The chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on the suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's an ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking at the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? What? I thought that was his actual hair! It was a wig this whole time! I thought the man just had really bright, noodly hair! You listen up good now, son. No way. He's a completely different person. Not just some guy with a noodle hat on his head. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fellow's not doing it. He's got a bullet right up the side of his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation was already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation? Remove it. Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate. What? That bullet snug as a bug in a rug. There's the next to the soda, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrape of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 meters to either side, and do some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doctor would be eager to fill with. You mean? Look, it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. You say that, but there's a magician right here. Right next to me. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, top. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great! Just great! How could Dr. Mirkis do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation? He's got the kid's chest open on the table. And he finds that bullet. That despair right there, Tracy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go a minute he couldn't take it out. The Kataki? You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Walkie's back on the streets living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhoids and he drops cold. How awful. Which doctor And which doctor would they take him to? Mirkin. He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the whole truth of what happened. That's just horrible. Left the walkie to die? There's a darkness in this world, Trixie Doll. Wait, hunk. Compared to it, these gang turfs or wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Edelon? You could operate on walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in that country that could. Maybe not even the world. So Walkie. He's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Polo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. I'll tell ya. Right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition. Guaranteed. Ah. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she would want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Polo? What were you thinking? I'll tell ya. This is some serious. Whoa. Like, whoa. We got a lot to take care of. Yes, we are continuing. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. And then you got up at 5 a.m. to do your vocal training, right, Apollo? Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. 2 whole hours! Good job, Apollo! Oh, no, please actually get some good sleep. I'm totally joking about Apollo doing a good job getting 2 hours of sleep. But after everything they've been through the previous day, I'm glad he got some sleep. And just, it's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you had me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. He's looking at you, kid. Oh, I love that. Just looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hiya. Get any sleep? We just been over this. I got 2 hours of sleep. Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing in the interest depository seem almost fun. Teddy, do you know who prosecutor Gavin's witnesses today? Take a guess. I wonder it's the mysterious nurse. How about a little plump? That's Sherman Tank of a muff? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. Barely in the morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Trucy, you don't need a... Okay, look, Trucy, you don't really need a mom. You got 2 great dads. Was I making a gay joke? Abso-fucking-lutely I was. Or someone asked you the second. Okay, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Atia, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness? That seems odd. Why did she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today. That much is clear. Well, not to worry. I got my panties back. If you can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Let's not. Oh, we're just gonna go towards courtroom. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Wataki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's warmed up, and it's sold out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than the other party, he stole panties. Guilty of panty snatching. We did find out one thing for certain. There was 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Her Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The accusation of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancé, Your Honor. His fiancé, Her Judge. His partner for life. No chance for parole. That's one way to look at marriage. Very well. You may show the lucky lady to the stand. I love how lucky is in quotation. Your name and occupation, Fallon. Talia. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional vow. I respect. Too many brides these days can't even weave a basket under one. Yet you here today are a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Something tells me that she's the murderer. Just a little bit of a suspicion. It's her, or it's Guy Edelon. Or they're in cahoots. That's probably the true answer. They're in cahoots. Maybe she used to be a nurse for Edelon. And so she then got with Merklick so that she could take Merklick down. Just like Guy Edelon wanted. Who did that? I have no fucking clue. Following. Is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Wataki, confessed his plan for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. It was the day that the family health checkups, the results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Merklick lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. Yeah, this is definitely truly something. It's like, how's this gonna happen? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki Mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life was it fired from the pistol from the defendants procured. Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrels that fire them, called rifling marks. I thought they were called ballistic markings! Rifling marks? Think of them as being the gun's fingerprints left on every bullet fight. I thought they were called ballistic markings! I would know this stuff! I replayed Tournament Goodbyes every year for Christmas! And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Wagi looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he just found out that he had the bullet. He just had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time. Yes, poor Wagi. When Wagi found out that Dr. Mirka had lied, he flew into a rage. That must have been quite frightening. He was so furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. Both a bothersome, sure, but won it before without complaint. Lucky is at an age where he's hard to control when he loses temper. We want to keep in mind that she's actually 21, and he's only 19. So, of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. Auntie Chimp, he said, took one of the family's pistols. Is it easy to take out a pistol from the house? Not really. I think there's a system in place to limit access. But Wagi is a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was too special, Jeff. Well, maybe he's a bit spoiled. I heard he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum, and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he had a taste of sweets. In danger. The point here being that Wagi had access to a pistol. And yet you already know what happened that night. What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Wagi wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing new, but if it was nothing but determined, the last thing you should do is blame yourself. I just don't see how anyone but Wagi could have done it. How could you say that for certain? How? Her forehead, you will remain from badgering with the following. It was the defendant. Wagi, was it? Who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else use this pistol to shoot the victim? How could they not? Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this pistol? Could someone else have used that pistol? It could have been. Based on your testimony, there is clearly another. One person that had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person was. I always hate having to be a witness of murder. But well, of course, I mean you, Miss Talia. Me? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew that what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed the man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard people doing strange things for love, but it does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But don't go committing crimes to your significant other. But I think I'd hesitate at murder. You maybe want to, I would hesitate at any crime for a significant other. Okay, except for arson. But the arson, we would do together. Oh shit, I should really be careful what I say in case if I ever end up in the court of law. Those words might be ruled against me one day. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connections are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Natalia, and the victim. I can't believe we're showing this already. It's our trump card. That looks like a medical chart. Found this inside a safe at the Miraclix clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Talia, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, Clarissa, explain the meaning of this, Miss Talia. I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Well, it's right there. Our little warm fiancé is just frozen over. I was on the staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was so boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Talia, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why I embrace the ones I love. Past what? There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't it? Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Miracle Clinic, true, but you remained connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justin. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Miracle Clinic. Bonk. Yeah. Oh, that is a cool emote. I should get a gavel emote. Okay, add that to the list of many emotes I want. These sandals were found in the Miracle Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Ah! Well, who knows? I'm sure there's a lot of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fallon, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you were unaware that toes can leave tokens. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now that we see your true colors, I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted to walk you back on the straight and narrow. This course thinks you need to worry less about walking and more about yourself. It sounds like though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's a little point in denying it. Very well. Witness, will you tell us about that visit? Why did you go to the Miracle Clinic that day? I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always knows a timid man too timid to make his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant, the botched operation. He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing, which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? These sandals were left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? But then why did she not wear them home? If it it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So why are these sandals left behind? Ah! He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Talia? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! You're filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Namir Cook's Clinic. Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that's the first time you had the contact with Dr. Mirkik in a half year? Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why did you go to the clinic that day? I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. Did you want Mr. Mirkik to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Walkie, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, Jack. I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor. You mean that act of malpractice on Walkie, correct? If he had just told Walkie the truth from the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Of course, if he told him, it might have been erased by the Takis much earlier. Disturbing thought. We know that the Mirkik Clinic is tied to the Taki family. He probably couldn't have gone to sleep, even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. He's hiding something. I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with one thought in mind. I wanted to help be careful as an old friend. But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him, for us. You went to warn him so that her fiance would not have committed such a crime, yeah? I didn't want them to take my Walkie away. There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure that out. What really happened at that clinic? It's fast. I think that's gotta do something with the slippers. Okay. The murder weapon was fired twice. She absolutely did murder. Well, I'll just throw the other thing I found to the save. Fuck! But I think I'm right. Wait a second. Maybe... I do believe that she did. We'll just present the chart again.
Objection!
Nailed it. If this chart was found inside the safe in the doctor's office, yes, why would this be the one chart in that safe? Miss Talia, you know why it is, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Mirkik didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad her, Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Talia. The nurse who filled this chart was you, which means you knew about Wonky's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Mirkik. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice. I'll give you that. Well, just you gotta remember who my boss is now, technically. Mr. Justice, you must know I'm only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart content. This chart business does seem quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Oh, we get to perceive. That means we're perceiving it up in here. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tightening just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday. Like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habits give them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? And what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Tracy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak spot somewhere in Miss Talia's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well then, what do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. His special eyes! My friend! Oh damn it, I don't have an actual glasses. And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic for half-a-year-old chart? But your signature was on that chart. So what does that have to do with this case? Is this something that chart makes that I would have to deal with? It's only one responsibility for that chart presiding Dr. Mirkik. She's hiding something. I can smell it. And I bet she's got a habit that gives it away. I'll just have to focus in and find her nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub. Try to figure something out. Like an eye test? the clinic for a half-a-year-old chart, you ask. But you know what you would... But you know why would you go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's quite clear, Miss Talia. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the words now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. If that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Eh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make this chart a problem for you now. I got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to go strike with killing blow. With evidence! Miss Talia, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Yeah? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, well, I would think you're positively beside yourself because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest X-ray would reveal. A full half-year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? I am a great lawyer. That's what happened. Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So does he hate us or not? I don't really know. So the lady was lying. That is correct. She said she had no connection to the Miracle Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. Taki's got a hold of this chart with her name. She'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Talia? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Talia, it's true that the chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctors that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. Oh, come on. I have to get to bed this morning. I still work in the morning. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear. Yet, is it not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand? Very well. This witness will add to her testimony. And we will have a bit more cross-examination. Grr! I was so close. You're so close. Keep on her, Popolo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Hold it!
How did Mr. Merclux respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised, panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn that a Kataki was after them? Incidentally, this course is not afraid of any mobster. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this court. Yeah, real impressed the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers. Sounds like that judge had quite a fright. Seriously, you scared the living shit out of everybody! Nothing happened in Dr. Miracle's office that day, huh? What about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. But we can't prove when it happened. nor that Talia had anything to way involved. Let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went up alone? Time to figure out what happened in the clinic. Fast! Now I present the bullet! Yeah! You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. You're the one who brought me into this case. Just remember that. You're the one who brought me to this case. This bullet was found in the Mirror Clinic's office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Talia.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there's a problem. How can you say that the bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Were she the ones who explained rifling marks to us? I don't care what they say. They say rifling marks. I'm gonna say ballistic marks, because that's what it is. But that's what it was. The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet matched the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in the office on the day of the murder. Not bad, her forehead. Felix, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. Takes 30 minutes, wow. The rifling markings on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet inside that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in the office that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe in which contained a top-secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Meekin in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Talia. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Are you forgetting who's taking me under his wings right now, right, Your Honor? I get it, under his wings, because his name is Phoenix. That was good. I think that's a good joke. Talia knew about Kitaki's botch operation. She's got engaged with him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remains in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, Kitakis have been asserted themselves in a lawful business practice. They're making quite a great deal of money. Fortune, if you will. They're foreign. So she planned to marry him just to get him hands on this fortune? Hey, who yelled objection? God damn it. You keep talking trash about my Aldia. And I will sue you, lawyer man. On your defense! Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you. Did she really forget what I said? And who is this you're speaking of? I'm not the lawyer man. I am, shit, quick, someone give me a Greek name, quick! Someone, we need to come up with a fake identity for Apollo! I have a mustache on. I'm not Apollo Justice. I can't think of anything stupid. I Birder! Wait, no, that's Phoenix. That's my fake identity for Phoenix. I'll get back to you. I might have to get back to you guys on Apollo Justice, the fake name for Apollo. Um, you would abuse my Alia! I didn't say no. I did not say such a thing. I think you mean accuse. Same difference! Well, you can't have her. She's mine! Well, your days are numbered, my boy. It was me. They shot the doctor, me. You left me to die, so I left him to die too. Right there in that park. Well, Aki, please, I'm your lawyer. Just cool down a minute. Please, you keep your hands off my Alia, or I'll... Miss Talia, I'm sorry. It's been so long since I laughed so hard. Something funny? Aki, wake up and smell reality. Alia, baby. The signature on that chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alia, your honesty is like a breath to follow air following. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune was what you're really after. That's right, I wanted the money. No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. Oh, by the way, can I ask you a question? Who? Me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? There's a difference! Let's prove this once and for all. Alexa! What's the definition of abuse? Alexa, volume 7. Alexa, what's the definition of abuse? Alexa, what is the definition of accuse? You're welcome. Yeah, there's a difference. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he's the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into that safe after I already left the clinic. What? I would have never done such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... What are you talking about? Trucy, you had the most to lose if that chart was found. I didn't have a pistol. No, did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You think you'd mentioned that? No? All I've heard him say, it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the following one is that chart. She assumed she threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then, wouldn't you have taken the chart? He's goddamn right. He's absolutely goddamn right. We wouldn't have been able to find that chart if she was able to get access to that safe. He's absolutely goddamn right. There has to be someone else. Oh, you see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ha! He's right. Miss Talia. Yes? It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we have proven that you were at the Miracle's clinic on the day of the crime. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak with the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have any proof that I stole that pistol, do you? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Mircook was in the spot, shot in the temple or not. You went back later. The chart was dangerous. You misunderstand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Mirkus was shot. I heard about the shooting. Waited a day. But then I had to go back. Not an easy feat with cops all over the place. Ah, but that was you? Thump. Ah, Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing. Blazing, that is. Oh, that's a trial for... Oh, this is a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame the girl for wanting to protect herself. They're gangsters, you know. You're the one who got intertwined with them. And, you know, they're trying to turn around for the better, you know. So, who's in the wrong now, Miss Talia? In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crimes to avoid the big one, eh? I really don't think she did it. No, I don't think she did kill him.
Hold it!
Why is that, say? That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evident. And I'd be hung to dry. The police didn't check the safe, did they? Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah. I'm kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually.
Hold it!
Later. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. Why did Mr. Decock keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it, because he's a coward. That chart was his insurance. My signature was on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you?
Hold it!
But you could have stolen it. I could have. Is that some new definition of proof? Well, we'll ask Baki. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime.
Hold it!
Yeah, but, what? You have nothing to say? This case is over. It's over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Mirka was shot in the temple or not.
Hold it!
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer was shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the in the right temple. Yes, we heard the testimony on this yesterday. Oh. That's all I remember with him now. Oh. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Actually, you're incorrect, Your Honor. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and was shocked.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our irregular panty snatcher, Mr. Sickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Sickler shot it from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast this morning? I got 2 hours of sleep. I'm not going. Do you remember, Tracy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can be only one explanation. The panty guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why did you show us her forehead? Show you? What? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panty guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, the witness was standing there. How could anyone shot the victim right in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Taki was standing at the killer, Mr. Sickler at the witness stand, and of course, Kara Meg. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? Someplace else. In fact, as the facts stand now, we can explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Penalties for such frightening things, don't you know? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Yeah, that doesn't make me feel terrified in the slightest. Nope. Like so. Nope. Didn't feel intimidated or scared. Double penalty. We're saving. Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then you must be ready for the challenges ahead. We're fucked. Challenge accepted. It's just this time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key to the witness is Mr. Stickler's testimony. We believe that we were as where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted. There's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. They had the vent in the noodle shop. I believe we're all due a debt of gratitude to Miss Natalia Alia. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we're prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the very beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. And he shouted just as he told it in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh, yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, towards the noodle stand. Order! 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 So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You said the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Meerkat, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you would notice if someone was you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in that stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves that someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, I got it. I got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you got. Show us some proof that this was hiding in the noodle stand. It should be the slippers, right?
Take that!
The mere clicks clean, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in the trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Talia, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside the noodle stand.
Objection!
Yes, there was only one slipper mark found. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, Jeff. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. Oh, one more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools the noodle making tray. There's no room for a person to ride it. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in the stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, something would have had to be. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand, I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space around. Is this the bowl? I think it's the bowl.
Take that!
This noodle bowl from the Adeline noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantities of the bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Merclix Clinic. A large quantities of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Adeline was very clear about these bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space in that noodle stand. face created at the Miraclex Clinic, no less. Right around the time you were there, Miss Talia Alia. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me innocence. I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and opportunity to kill Dr. Meacham. More fairy tales. This whole trial is fairy tales. Remember, you're the one who hired me. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Natalia. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why Dr. Miraclex was pulling that stand that day. What was Talia doing inside of it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. That night, I went to ask Dr. Miraclex, but I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Miraclex didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of that chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brock got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, beginning your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I receive the truth or it's over. That night, I went to ask Dr. Miraclex for the chart.
Hold it!
So you did go steal that chart. So were you listening? I said I asked him for it. The victim was a man of good health. I don't see how he could have concerned. How she could have reversed him. Sure, it would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol? I'll admit I wanted the chart. That much is true. My reasoning was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family hands. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'll say. Not only that, if the Kataki's gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Miraclex now, pulling the great needles stand in the sky. It seems our witness was fixed as well. Who would want to die pulling a needle stand? When I die, it'll be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. Could we be a little less morbid, please? Well, we'll continue on. But you see, I needed that chart.
Hold it!
Didn't understand? He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. Huh, I saw what said excuse for a man. Please don't smile like that anymore. Creepy. He was practically delusional. But for some reason, he thought the Kataki sent me. Oh shit, I did not mean to deceive here. I meant to press. They sent you. He thought the Katakis had sent me to get that chart. It makes some sense. You are their son's fiance. That makes me laugh. The Katakis sent me? They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns ablazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
Hold it!
If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodles bowls doing? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, you know. I know that much. Why don't you let me be? Why don't you let me be? Go look for kill her someplace else, right? Don't I detect some uncertainty there? This is my last chance. Apollo! Any word from your bracelet? Yeah, actually. I felt it respond. I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. Time to see the truth. Here comes justice. Like I said. Maybe it's... Maybe. Maybe... Maybe I'm just using the wrong statement. Ah!
Gotcha!
All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip of in confidence. They give it all. They give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Talia. All I did was talk to him. You claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? What? This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that! I told you that's the truth! It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It's that nervous habit. Are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Talia. Something happened between you and the victim in the Mercox Clinic's office. And I got proof that shows exactly what happened. The lamp. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Huh? Seeing how you hide your neck, I can think of a plausible explanation for that lamp's state. Well, spit it off. This talking in circles is nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alia. Please remove your scarf.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. I think I've proven that otherwise. You can't order me to remove my clothes. Miss Tut, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You are hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. No! I knew it. Oh, thanks, Isak, for the raid. Also, why are my alerts not playing? Why isn't my raid alert working? that one out later. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Talia? You're next. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Miracle Clinic. You need to get that chart back now. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait, looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like it's the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. He tried to threaten Dr. Miracles and he attacked him. That's what happened that night at the Miracle Clinic. Ugh. Order. Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Miracles. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. That pasta check. Got it. The virtual hug. That again is nothing. That thing's a hydrate. The health pack. Virtual hugs are just good for the mental test. They literally do nothing because I don't have an animation for that yet. I'm sorry. Looks like my clinic has seen its last patient. It has to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me to hold the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want company. You. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then took that cord. America is serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. So, you were the victim? And the red splash on this cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. Are you happy now? Eh? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claimed that I snuck into that noodle stinger? But how could I? Ah! Well, one thing is clear. Now we know that what really happened at the Miracle Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. Sorry. Just thinking of it. I told you everything. Can I go home now? You'll bear some responsibilities for the events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court will owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Talia. And then this happened. Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Talia? Very well. Let's finish the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
Huh? Not so fast. This party is just getting started. But I thought we were gonna have some time tonight. Now we rock. Can I just say, I started my day listening to this at work, and I was just like, fuck yeah. I may not love Calvin, but this song fucking goes hard, and I fucking love it. I could listen to it all day. Actually, that's a lie. But you know what I could listen to all day? The menu music. That's so good. When are they gonna put it on Spotify? but do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. I mean, I guess there is only 4 episodes in this game. Teleamericans choked Alia Talia. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There's more that we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She could have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her that was in that noodle stand? Alia Talia, half dead, Dr. Meekins fell in that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what really happened that night. Miss Alia, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Rocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullets still inside him. So he took a pistol from his family's stash, with the intent of giving Dr. America some of his, quote, his own medicine. And Miss Talia heard about this from Locke, so she went to the Miracle Clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Mirka? That doesn't seem to be the problem. He just has straight Talia, perhaps he's out to death. What does he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene of the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Mirclay do? Maybe he did think he did kill Talia. Well, obviously he wanted to go... He stole the noodle stand so he could hide the body. Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Mirtek stole Guy Adlon's noodle stand. What? Killing me and disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember, all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's probably pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to pull something in that stand in their place. Ah. Wait, you don't mean. I do. Dr. Mirclay did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Talia. My corpse? Dr. Mirclay panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. Ha! I knew it! That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant Waki Otake?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right! He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made that doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Mirclay was heading with the stand. Was he trying to go to the bench? That's the spot logically I would think of, maybe. the river. That's a good place to hide a body.
Take that!
There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me in that river? He didn't have many other options, Fallon. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Talia Alia. And then Wesley Stickler, the panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing two men, he shouts in that instant. So I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Milwaukee's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Talia. I swear. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo backed up everything he said was fact. You're so sure he's making it up? Give us another reason. Why was Dr. merely pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof? What? I can't believe she's still trying to deny that. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out for her forehead there? Ah! Maybe there really is something. I believe the following speaks of her Dr. Carr. His car? That's right. The American Clinic has that big garage. That a green sports car, wasn't it? What would he steal to stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have just used his car. Ah. And so we find our victim with the horrible cause of steal the stand. Our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fatherland. Too bad you're quite wrong. Eh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh, yes, I did nearly forgotten about that. Why did we all just forget about Phoenix? Nice! Well, to be fair, it is a police game, so afterwards, he drove back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car? A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No. No! Stop making fun of my forehead. Okay, Apollo has enough things he gets made fun of, okay? Stop making fun of his forehead. Order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Miracles use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubts on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Wait a second. How could a car run when there's something in the exhaust pipe? I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Miracles couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Talia. But put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If the anvil is so simple, perhaps he could show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car couldn't run that night. Because something was in the exhaust pipe! Let's see now. Panties! Again! All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The stuff of these panties. The latest in string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Mirkluk's garage. What? The snatcher hid his panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the hog. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. It clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it couldn't just break from that. Cars, motorcycle, bikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Talia and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Mirkluk's garage. From that time until the time we found that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Mirkluk had to use the noodle stand. That was the next closest thing that he could think of. Well, Miss Talia? This wraps up your doubts quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where? Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Crammed. The pain. My throat burning. What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did! Huh? You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man! But wait! Let me explain! Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked. But not how you think. It's not just me. No! You'll ruin everything! I have to stop him! Cease this at once, and you too! Oh, that was Cecily. Cease at once, you two! Funny. This is the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. Now we know why she requested us. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard much from Weasley's signal. He went to use the public phone to inform the police. Just when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper frame. Dr. Mirkus didn't bother taking my slipper out. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. I believe we have reached the conclusions of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Talia doing? She's confessed everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he's already knew. He figured out that she was a killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review everything you know. Everything you learned over the last 2 days. You lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter for her head? Let's looks like it's time to announce the verdict. Not guilty! Hell yeah! That's what's up, PUBG! I can finally stop talking like a fucking 2007 gangster. Nice! Court is adjourned. Actually, we might have some more talk with Walkie. I hope we actually get to talk as his dad again. Defendant lobby number 2. Great job, Apollo! You did it! Yeah, we did somehow. Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he always wanted to be. He still has a bullet inside him. And he has you to think. Hey, attorney man! You want to pay for what you did to my Alia Holmes? Or to blame, I guess. You get my Alia back! You pointed attorney suit with this wish. Was the one who could die any moment! Enough. Walkie. Yay! His dad! Ah! Mr. Akataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman? Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Akataki needs so much money. Maybe we should tell Mr. Walkie. Oh, Walkie! Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot! What's up? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why Mr. Akataki is trying to become a businessman. Does he want to get in the noodle gang?
Take that!
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really, are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. The doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. It's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always was you looking out for Walkie. Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, and then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide your business suit, and I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My Walkie. No, it's as it should be. Sir, Akataki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad I had met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Think. Who, me? I don't think. I really fudged it. Someday, I'll bake you one of the best. I'll bake you one of our latest Taki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't stand there. Let's get going. How? Why not? You did just help me out, and there's a few questions that I still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me, and my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care for much. I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. He has to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why? To claim a reward from Mr. Edlon. Ah, salty noodles. You got a stand back already. Oh, and after that, you can go see my show with a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's a special, right? anything but him. Yes, we'll save our progress. We'll use a new slot and everything. Turnabout center. No, we'll return to the game menu. Now we have to change the menu music again. Even though I fucking love this. He has to change the music. It's... Part of me wants to just do the fuck. Part of me is just... No, you know what we're going to do this time? We're going to do True CC. So thank you guys all for coming and watching me have fun playing finishing up Turnabout Corner. So on Thursday I will be starting Turnabout Centerade, or however you pronounce it, and I am so glad that I got this that I got this graphic card. Now the only thing left is to get back up to a dual monitor. So, and we're gonna head out. We're gonna raid my boy Union. He's doing some Poppy Playtime, I think I saw. Yeah, Poppy Playtime. So I hope you guys all enjoy him. Go show him lots of love. And I will have to probably remind him that I'm not going to the club tomorrow because it's a game I'm interested in. But I will see you guys on Thursday for more of Fellow Justice. Goodbye.